So I had an unexpected addition yesterday, actually 3 unexpected additions yesterday. Just kind of wanted to touch base a little bit and kind of introduce you to them and just tell a little bit of the backstory, what happened. The point of my channel isn't to trash a person, it's not to trash a business. I don't do that. It's really hard not to do that in this situation though, because there's no excuse. I know a lot of people say they went to a pet shop and they rescued this or they rescued that. I've even said it, I've rescued certain tarantulas from bad conditions at certain pet stores, and like, I get it. I think we all do it. But what I guess I'm trying to say is, out of everything I've ever rescued from a shop, I never thought that they were going to die soon because of the conditions they were being kept in. Do I think they were in good conditions? No. But do I think ultimately they would die because of how they were being kept at the pet store? No. Until this happened. I'm not going to talk about the shop. It's not a shop I've ever shown on this channel, though, I will say that. A few days ago, I went into the shop and I saw they had 3 Halloween moon crabs. So I have like a basic idea of how they're supposed to be kept, not like anything too in depth. When I first saw them at this shop, I thought, this doesn't look right. They were being kept in a 10-gallon aquarium with water about this deep. There were 3 big rocks piled on top of each other, and then on the other side there were like a handful of like stones. In the middle was a food dish with a rotten fish covered in gnats. It was bad. So when I first initially saw them, I thought, this is not good, but I tried not to think too much about it and I left. So I knew that the conditions they were in weren't right. I didn't know that they can drown. So that was a piece of information that definitely alarmed me. And I thought that there was some substrate in there. At first glance, I didn't realize it was just 3 big rocks stacked on the side. I thought there was like eco earth or something on the side. There was nothing. It was just 3 big stones. 2 cooped up in one corner, and then there was one under the stone that was kind of like hanging halfway into the water, halfway onto the rock. And I didn't even know that one was there. It's a really small one. It's the smallest one. Yeah, I just called them yesterday and I said, do you still have them? And they did. So I went right up there. Well, first I bought a big bin and I thought I'll just keep them in a big, nice bin with some eco earth and cork bark and a nice big bowl of water. Whatever I can give them is going to be way better than what they were in. Totally, they would not live long if I didn't do this, or if somebody else didn't do it. I bought all of them and I took them home, and now it's just been me getting things together for them. I think that my setup is pretty good. I will explain it a little bit more in depth. So I have them in a big plastic storage bin with one side cut off the lid, and I hot glued some mesh to it. So because I threw this together yesterday in such a rush, I wasn't able to set it up the way I wanted. I didn't have all the supplies I needed. So I had ran to the pet store afterwards and grabbed some more substrate and put that in to make it even deeper on that side. I also put in a nice shallow water dish for fresh water. I've seen conflicting things about salt water, but I am going to put a little bit of salt water in the yellow ceramic dish I put in there. But for now, I just put their vegetables in it while I mix the salt water for them. This is an overview of the enclosure I put together for them. Like I said, I just kind of threw it together, but I made a few updates and I think it's really nice. It's much better than what they had. It's much more suitable than what they had, and I don't have to worry about them drowning or just not being able to molt, none of that, because they have substrate. I can't believe they didn't have substrate. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, that is the situation. That's what happened. We now have 3 Halloween moon crabs. We've decided to name the small one Luna, and then the other 2 is Europa and Phobos. If you have any tips, leave them down below. I'm still kind of getting everything together. I don't think they are full grown at all. They're still pretty, they're like that big. I know they get pretty, they put on some good size. So I think they're in a good place. They were up all night having some sort of fiesta, so I think they're happier. I gave them some fresh veggies because I know that whatever fish was in their dish had been there for days. I know because the same fish was still in that dish rotting, covered in gnats, when I bought them yesterday. So I'm upset. And I know a lot of you will say, if you go rescue something from a pet store, that pet store is just going to A, get your support, and B, order a new animal to fill its place. But I don't believe that's the case. I think that they were dropped off by somebody who maybe couldn't care for them anymore. I'm not really sure, but I don't think that they're going to be replaced, at least anytime soon. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you like my new additions. I will keep you updated on them, and stay tuned. I have so much more already filmed that I need to edit and post and everything. So yeah, see you guys soon.